What does raising equity look like? Well, certainly not this. By now you've seen the video of a young man in the face of an Omaha elder and Vietnam War veteran, Nathan Phillips. Phillips was in DC for the first Indigenous Peoples March. The young man was in town for the March for Life. Someone come get this child. Someone come get this child. He should know better, but he clearly doesn't. The smugness in his face and his stance. If it's not familiar to you and you don't see it, get thee to a friend of color. And if you don't have one to ask, that might tell you something. That smugness is all too familiar to people who've experienced oppression, not just people of color. The audacity of this child and his friends to think it's okay, funny even, to stand in the face of an elder and mock him, I'm outdone. And yet I'm not surprised because this young man is performing white supremacy to a T. He's learned that he can take up space wherever he wants, regardless of if it impedes others. He's learned that he can make fun and mock Indigenous traditions because his traditions, his way of life, his religion are superior. Where are the adults that came as guides on this March for Life? Where are the adults? This interaction makes a few things clear. One, we have to raise equity. We have to intentionally be adults in the lives of children and cultivate an equity mindset because it won't happen on accident. The way our society is set up, if we don't do it on purpose, kids are just going to perpetuate the status quo. Because two, ending racism won't happen when those people die off. Kids are not immune to racism. It's been modeled and passed down. Research shows that as young as preschool, kids are picking up the ways of racism. So we shouldn't be surprised when they're performing those ideas on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. Someone's going to claim, well, he wasn't doing anything, he was just standing there. Someone's going to claim, boys will be boys. Institutions of learning and religion are going to protect him at worst and make an example out of him at best. The thing is, it's not just about him and what happens to him or not. There are literally millions of kids like him. We need to be thinking about how are we raising them? Are we raising equity? Are we raising hate? This interaction suggests the latter, and we have some serious work to prove otherwise. So join me in Raising Equity, where we work to be adults in the lives of children and cultivate an equity mindset. Want to raise kids to fight racism, but you don't know how? Click on the link in the comments and join me in Raising Equity.